You keep one of these and make sure it's always in your bag, all right?
I've got to get one of them brushes. Now.
Oh, blimey! I've just remembered.
What? William, what is it?
The YTS, Young Trainee Spirits, Kid Ghosts. There's a ghost hunter after all of us. Don't worry, you'll be safe with me. We just got to get out of this place quickly.
Got you.
Ghost hunter. Ghost hunter. Ghost hunter.
Hallam! Hemingway? Yes, miss. Joyce? Oliver?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, you the Sniff, come on in, check this building.
Peters? Peters? Peters! Come on, wake up. I'm not here for the good of my health. Richardson? Roberts?
Can you smell burning?
No,
Vandals.
I know. I blame the parents.
Roddy!
Oh, no.
Right. False alarm, all back inside.
Roddy?
Right, we've lost a lot of time thanks to someone's silly action. Get out your protractors and let's get on.
Oh, no.
Roddy, what's the matter?
Nothing, miss.
You idiot! Sucking me up like that! And now you've broken the ghost guzzler!
I didn't break it. You did, getting inside it.
I didn't get inside it. You sucked me into it.
Only 'cause I thought you was a ghost. I can't be expected to check every ghost first in case it's a human who's turned themselves invisible. Is that it?
Don't you touch that!
Wow.
Sniff! Put that down. I said, stop it to sniff! At once! Do you hear me? Right, you moron! You may may have broken my guzzler, but I still have this.
No, don't bottle me, please. I beg you.
Then leave my things alone.
Watcher, what's happening?
Someone took the brush.
They switched the bags.
What? Who?
Make a pretty good guess.
It's her. It's gotta be.
That's bad, ain't it, Will?
Bad. Flora, if she's got a brush, she'll be able to see me, you, all of us ghosts.
We know that. What do you think we are? Idiots?
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have lost it.
I thought you was meant to be Will's mates and look after his things.
It was stolen, all right. I wasn't even in the room.
Well, there you are. Nice mates you've got, Will.
Will you lot just stop arguing? The fact is, it's gone and we've got to do something about it.
Yeah, well, we've got to get it back.
How? Are you thinking of just walking into Deadlock Hall and asking for it?
Not me, mate. Not now she's got that brush. I won't last 5 minutes in there, and nor will any of them little kids. I better go and make sure they're all right. Anything could have happened to them.
I'll come with you.
No.
Why not? You're gonna need all the help you can get now in this mess.
Well, all right, but stay with me, and don't go wandering off. We'll see you two later, maybe.
Now I've got the brush, I can go anywhere. And the best bit is I'll be able to see the ghosts without having to sniff them.
But how are you going to find these ghosts, eh?
Ah, that's the easy bit to sniff. That's where the ghost sensor comes in handy.
But how are you going to use that? People ain't going to let you just walk into their house and say, "Excuse me, do you mind if I wave this around, see if you've got a ghost in here?"
I won't have to. You're gonna do it when you go round canvassing in this stupid election that's going on.
How do you mean, canvassing?
That's what people do when they want to get elected. All the candidates wear rosettes and they go round knocking on doors asking people to vote for them.
But I ain't a candidate.
You soon will be, to sniff. You are going to stand for the parish council.
There wouldn't be a lot of disruption. And it's only for a day.
All this business of the festival and the election. Your mum's so tied up in it, I hardly get a chance to talk to her anymore.
See if you can get her a site for the festival. Now that will get her attention.
I've tried that. Everyone I've asked says no way. You know, sometimes lately I don't think she even notices I'm there.
Bye-bye. Oh, this is a nightmare.
Janice? Jan!
You see, it's so simple. Once you're a candidate, you get to knock on hundreds of doors, and no one will suspect that prospective parish councillor to sniff as a ghost sensor cleverly concealed in his rosette. Every house you call at where it lights up, there's a ghost. Then I'll go along later using the brush and the guzzler, and that's it. One more ghost for the Spectrica.
That's brilliant.
Of course it is.
I'm not too happy about going into politics, though. You get some very untrustworthy people in that business.
You're not going into politics, you idiot. You're only pretending to. But you have to pretend to be doing it properly.
How?
I will train you. The trick is to look sincere. Flatter people. Smile at babies, that always works. Maybe not. That'd scare the life out of any baby, not to mention its parents. And we better do something about improving your image. Tomorrow to sniff, you hit the election trail.
Roddy.
William. You've come back then?
Yeah, I stayed with the kids, just in case a ghost hunter started searching. I was in and out of them houses all night. I tell you, if I weren't a ghost, I'd have died of exhaustion by now.
Look, William, you were right. I should have kept the brush with me.
Nah, It was my fault for going off at you like that. I was scared, not just for me, but for the kids. I'm responsible for them. Still mates?
Still mates.
So what are you going to do now?
Well, for a start, we're going to keep an eye on the Sniff, see what he's up to. Then we're going to try and work out how to get to Deadlock Hall and get the brush back.
Be careful. You know what a ghost hunter's like.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Come on, Roddy, or miss the bus. William! You come back then?
Yeah, I got over it. Sorry.
Where's Flora?
I told her to stay at the workshop. Flipping nuisance she is.
OK, fun lovers, it's another poptastic, scholastic day out there. And before we get the day underway, here's an important local news update. This morning saw a new surprise candidate for the vacant seat on the parish council, Mr. D. Sniff. And we have Mr. D. Sniff with us in the studio to talk to us live. Mr. D. Sniff, why are you standing for this election?
I'm standing for this election because I care for this community.
Anything else?
No, not really.
Well, thank you, Mr. D. Sniff. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more from you during the campaign. And now, back to the music.
What's going on? Why is the Sniff getting involved in the election?
Did you hear that about Sniff?
Yeah.
Hey, you ought to go for the election, Ronnie. The young person's candidate. I'd vote for you.
Oh, I think one Oliver in politics is enough, don't you? Come on.
Here, do you hear him, that Sniff?
Well, it wasn't my fault, Uncle Jake.
Well, you're supposed to be in charge of the rotten radio station. All that free publicity you've given him because I care for the community. Bah!
Well, I didn't know she was going to put him on.
Discipline, that's what your radio station needs. Instead of letting any Tom, Dick or sniffing off the street to go on about their party political broadcast. Mrs. Justin! Mrs. Justin! Are you or are you not chair of the parish council?
Yes.
Then I put it to you. Do you think it's fair that a newcomer to the race should have unparalleled and unrivaled access to airtime such as what the Sniff just got?
That's a bit rich, Mr. Harding, considering your performance the other day.
Now, listen to me, Mrs. Justin. I didn't fight for my country and freedom of speech just to have it hijacked by somebody who wants to come along and say whatever they want.
I didn't realise you did fight, Mr. Harding. I thought you were a cook in the Navy.
Beside the point, I still think we should all have exactly the same chance to put our points of view to the public at large.
I really don't think you can describe the school radio station as a forum for the general public. But I suppose on a rare occasion like this, when we actually have an election, it might be a good idea to publicise the fact that we do actually have a parish council.
Thanks for coming in, Mr. De Sniff. It was, very interesting.
No problem. Anytime.
Morning. Blimey, he's taking this seriously.
I wonder why he's doing it.
Well, it's certainly not for the good of the community. Whatever he's up to, we mustn't let him out of our sight.
We shall overcome.
Any luck?
Nothing. I've tried everywhere I can think of, and there's nowhere that's going to let us hold the festival. I'm going to have to cancel it. 2 days to go as well. It's such short notice, but there's nothing else I can do.
Tessa won't be very happy. Her and the other girls have worked really hard on that dance thing. Still, the good news is that my guitar's been coming along quite nicely. Do you remember this one? There you go.
There's no point, Colin. It's not going to happen. I've put everything into organising this festival. It was going to be the highlight of my election campaign. Doing something really special for the community. Now it's all gone down the toilet.
Smile and flatter. Smile and flatter. Hello, young lady. Is your mother in?
Mum? Mum?
Hello, you two.
Why are you looking so perky, Dad?
Have you found a site for Mum's festival?
No, but I've had an idea to cheer her up. I've booked a table for 2 for tomorrow night at La Traviata in town. Candlelight, romantic music, just what your mum needs to take her mind off this election stuff and the worry over the festival.
Sounds good.
I'm going to tell her as soon as she comes off the phone.
That was Mrs. Justin. And guess what?
She's going to let you use the school for the festival.
No, it looks like the festival's going to have to be cancelled. But it's a big idea. She's proposed a public debate.
About what?
About the election, of course. Me, Mr. Harding and Mr. DeSniff sharing a platform, answering questions from the public on our views. It's going to be brilliant. I may not have the festival, but this is an opportunity for me to say why. Because no one wants to do anything for the young people in this village. Show the other two up for what they are, spin the election my way, and Bob's your uncle.
So when is it?
It's tomorrow night, 7:30, Village Hall.
Tomorrow? But I've booked a table for 2 at La Traviata for tomorrow.
Oh, Colin, I'm sorry, but I can't miss an opportunity like this.
Mrs. Quilter! Mrs. Quilter! You idiot! Look what you've made me do.
Ghost, boss. Ghosts. Loads of them.
Ghosts.
I've marked them all. Every house in Spencer Terrace. And they were young ones too. I could tell by the way the thing glowed. Lots of power. Loads of it.
Yes. The power is mine.
And he never used the brush?
No.
And she wasn't there?
No. I mean, even if she'd been invisible, Tess and I would have seen her.
So what's his game?
Maybe he really wants to get elected.
He'll be at this meeting tomorrow night, will he?
Mum says they'll all be there.
Because I want to watch him. See what's going on.
Yeah, me too.
No! It's too dangerous. You stay in that workshop, out of harm's way. Understand?
There are people standing in front of you here tonight who have nothing more to offer than blood, toil, tears, and perspiration. But I have more. I have experience. I know what rubbish looks like. I am privileged to belong to that army of people who keep this green and pleasant land pleasant and green and clean from litter. My friends, this is not the end. This is not even the beginning of the end. This is not even the end of the beginning. This is the middle.
I can't work out what the Sniff's up to.
At least while he's here, he's not out making trouble.
Watch your mouth.
Talking of trouble, what are you doing here? Thought I told you to stay at home.
You're here.
That's different. Me and Roddy keep an eye on the Sniff.
I can keep an eye on him as well.
No, you can't. That's the ghost hunter's assistant up there. He'd put you in a jar as soon as he'd look at you. Now get home quick. And stay in the workshop, mind, not in the house. Women.
Tell me about it.
Come to me, my little one.
This election's not just about litter and discipline. It's about people. Old people, young people, all people. It's about our community. And a shameful lack of support that's been shown for it in some quarters. Tomorrow we were going to hold an open-air festival for the village. The acts were all lined up. It was going to be a great time for everyone. We were doing something to make life better. To bring the people of this community together, to create a sense of common purpose and joy. But unfortunately, it will have to be cancelled. And why? Because no one will provide a site for the festival. The school were prepared to give us space, but apparently there were objections from the person responsible for litter. The truth is that hardly anyone cares about the people of this village, especially the young people. Otherwise, tomorrow the festival would be happening.
You can hold it at my place if you like.
What?
I said you can hold it at my place. Deadlock Hall, in the grounds. No problem. It's because I care for this community.
You! I know who you are! You're the ghost hunter!
Clever little thing, ain't you? Now you're my clever little thing. Don't worry, my pretty little ones. Soon all your worries will be over. Forever.
Mrs. C, I've done it. Mrs. Quota, guess what?
Do you have to burst in like that?
I put one over on both of them. I won the political debate.
Oh, decided it by least amount of brain cells, did they?
No, I told them they could put the festival on here.
You what?
Brilliant, eh? Tomorrow afternoon, all afternoon.
While I'm using the Spectrica to become immortal?
But it'll help me get elected.
The idea wasn't to get you elected, you numbskull. It was to get you into people's houses to find ghosts. You'll have to cancel it.
Well, I can't cancel it now. My political reputation is at stake.
I'll give you political reputation! Actually, it might turn out to be quite a good idea after all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm on the council...
Not the election, you moron! By the time that's over, it won't make any difference to me. I shall be immortal. No. If there's a festival here, that means the village will be empty of people. Everyone will be here.
You bet. It's going to be big.
Come here. I need just one more ghost to make my plan work. Just one. And tomorrow, when everyone else is here, including those interfering children who keep watch on him, I shall go into the village and catch him.
You don't mean...
Yes. The shoeshine boy.